In the small, secluded town of Hollowbrook, nestled deep within the heart of a dense, ancient forest, stood a house that had long been shrouded in darkness and despair. Its withered facade, weathered by years of neglect, loomed ominously through the gnarled branches of the surrounding trees. The townsfolk whispered of its cursed history, and it had become a place of legend, known only as Hollowbrook House. Legend had it that the house was built upon a forgotten burial ground, and a malevolent presence was said to reside within its walls. Those who had dared to enter had never returned, and their fates remained a mystery, leaving the townspeople to wonder what horrors lurked inside. Among the townsfolk, there was a young woman named Emily. She was an intrepid soul filled with a relentless curiosity and an insatiable thirst for adventure. Emily had grown up hearing the eerie tales of Hollowbrook House, and as the years passed, her fascination with the place grew. One moonless night, driven by her unrelenting curiosity, she decided to explore the infamous house. The journey to Hollowbrook House was treacherous as she navigated the dense, overgrown forest and crossed the eerie, mist-covered swamp that surrounded it. As Emily stood before the decaying mansion, its ominous presence sent shivers down her spine. Yet her determination urged her forward. With each creaking step on the rotting floorboards, Emily could feel the weight of history bearing down on her. The house was a labyrinth of winding hallways, each darker and more foreboding than the last. The walls whispered secrets, and the shadows danced menacingly in the corners of her vision. She ventured deeper, guided only by the pale moonlight streaming through cracked windows. Her heart pounded with every echoing footstep, and the silence of the house was broken only by the eerie sound of a distant, mournful cry. Emily's courage began to wane, and she questioned her decision, but her curiosity compelled her to go on. As Emily reached the heart of the house, a room concealed behind a heavy, ancient door, she found a sight that chilled her to the bone. It was a dimly lit chamber filled with relics of the past, rotting furniture, tattered curtains, and broken mirrors that reflected her terrified face 1,000 times over. But it was the wall that drew her attention most. Covered in faded, peeling wallpaper, it was adorned with countless photographs, each depicting people who had ventured into the house and never returned. Their hollow, soulless eyes stared out from the pictures, capturing the exact moment when fear had overtaken them. Suddenly, Emily realized that she was not alone in the room. A cold breath brushed against her neck, and an icy hand clamped down on her shoulder. She turned to face the malevolent presence that had awaited her. It was a specter, a twisted and tormented soul, trapped in the house's curse for eternity. Its hollow eyes pierced into her soul, and its inhuman shriek echoed through the house. Terrified and cornered, Emily fled, stumbling through the labyrinth of darkness. The house seemed to come alive, its walls shifting and distorting, as if mocking her. The malevolent spirit pursued her relentlessly, its vengeful wails growing louder with each step. In the end, Emily escaped Hollowbrook House, forever changed by the horrors she had witnessed. She had glimpsed the darkest depths of the human soul, and the house's curse had left an indelible mark on her. She had survived, but the malevolent presence would forever haunt her dreams, a reminder of the unspeakable terrors that lay within the heart of Hollowbrook House. In the